There, welcome back to Vancouver Island, and thanks for coming to hang out in my world for a little bit. So if you've been following along, you know that I recently did my first canning in an actual pressure canner, and now I'm not so sure I trust the Nesco anymore for pressure canning, and here's my reason why. The dial, the pressure gauge, they both have weights, which is fantastic. That's what keeps the pressure where it needs to be. Now this one, the Nesco has a weight, but it doesn't have a gauge. So I have no way of actually verifying whether or not the pressure inside the machine is up to where it needs to be. And so that makes me a little leery about using it for pressure canning. And then also, you know that we blew the fuse the one time I tried doing a cold pack with meat. So the chicken that I canned the other day would have been a total loss in there. So yeah, that would not have made me very happy. But the Nesco is also usable for other things. So today I'm going to pressure cook in my Nesco, and we'll see how that goes. I've had my pork in my brine overnight, and now I'm just going to rinse it off. I'm going to put it on some paper towel and pat it dry. I have the Nesco on brown. I have some olive oil. I'll just put a drizzle of that in there. Okay. And I've got my pork roast here, and it's, like I said, it's been sitting in a brine overnight, and now I'm just going to sprinkle it with some salt and pepper. Push that in a little bit. Go give my hands another wash. I gotta get this in here.
Well, put your camera down.
No, it has to video it. Ready? Sizzle. Browned on all sides, just a nice light golden brown. I've got my fat side up here, you can see, but we've browned it all over to give it a nice crust. And now I'm going to put it on this tray, and you'll see why in a minute. I've got all these little delicious flavor bits down there, and I'm going to step back and throw in a couple of cups of apple juice, and I'm going to scrape up all those yummy bits. Need a little bit more in there to pressure cook it. Fermenting, right? So the only thing that I'm going to add to this now is some hickory smoke seasoning. Now I haven't really ever, well, I have cooked with it before. I never liked this before though. So what I'm going to try to do is bring a smoke flavor to my pork roast in my pressure cooker. So I'm just going to throw in about, well, maybe a capful. How's that? I'll throw in a capful of this smoke flavor. And then I'm going to put this rack in. And then I'm going to put this roast in. And, ouch. There goes my lid. I'm going to set this to airtight. And I'm going to hit, oh, I probably have to stop that. I'll hit pressure cook. And I'm going to go for, what was it, an hour and a half. Because I want it to be pulled pork soft. So, and then I'm going to hit start. And it will build up its pressure, and we'll come back later and make some pulled pork out of that. Nesco is all done. I let it release its pressure naturally, and now I'm just going to stand back a little while I open that up Phew, still lots of steam. Sorry, you're flying all over the place. I'm trying a new mount. I don't know how much I like it there. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull this pork roast out. And I'll just set that right there. And let's stick a fork in it. Oh, look at that. Just falling apart. Whew, and oh so hot. Mmm. Mmm. They're so tender. A little dry, to be honest. Oh, one thing to tell you with the Nesco, you know how I set it for 130 or 130? I thought it was an hour and 30 minutes, which would be 90 minutes. It was not. It was actually 130 minutes, which is a little over 2 hours. So I let it run that whole time and cool down naturally. Maybe I should have cut it off after an hour and 30 minutes, after 90 minutes. So, but I will remember that for next time. That it counts in minutes, not in hours. So 130 minutes is not the same as 90 minutes. Anyway, what I'm going to do to that is toss it into a bowl and shred it up and add some barbecue sauce to it, and then it's going onto a roll, and that's going to be dinner tonight. So it does have a little bit of a smoky flavor, so that's kind of interesting, is I do get a little bit of that hickory smoke flavor, so that's kind of cool. I wonder if next time I should try putting a rub on it, but how do you brown it with a rub on it, right? I just didn't want to go outside because it's storming, so I didn't want to go out on the barbecue and do it, and I knew I had to get this cooked, and so this was something new to try with my Nesco. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me and watching me do something new with my Nesco pressure cooker slash canner that, I don't know, I have to say, like, I love the convenience of it and the small batch, but I think I'll stick to very small batch water bath canning in it as opposed to doing pressure canning because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't like that it doesn't have a pressure gauge that I can watch so that I know that inside the pressure cooker area is maintaining the pressure that I need it to maintain, that anybody needs it to maintain to have healthy food. So now I'm a little concerned about the foods that I canned last year with that. So what do I do about them? Good question. I'll have to do some research. I hate to throw all that food away, but I hate to give people botulism at the same time, right? I gotta tell you, that just shredded up like in seconds into the perfect shred. So I may do it again that way the next time, especially considering when you shred pork, you're gonna add a little moisture back into it. So it's not so dry that it's dry. It's actually quite delicious. So, yeah, let's eat dinner. This is good? You like it? Good. Your turn. I added some of the candied peppers and some Gouda cheese to that. Some little hint of barbecue sauce. Fabulous.